Never freeze people in time. And some of you are doing that with yourself. You know, one of the worst things to do in your small beginnings is compare your chapter 1 to someone's chapter 20. Please don't do that. You know, you look at what you are starting off in, and you look at someone who is in a similar field to you, but they're like 10 years down the line from you, and you look at what you're starting out in and where they are, and you think, what's the point? I'll never have what they've got. I'll never have the success and the momentum and the prosperity and the breakthrough and the influence that they've had. I don't know why I bother. I'm embarrassed to even tell people what I do these days. When people say to me, what are you doing at the moment? I'm embarrassed to tell them because I can't answer it in a normal, respectable way. I can't say I have a job and this is what I do because you gave all that up for your new idea that you have. And so if you tell them about your new idea and they say to you, well, how's it going? That's the last question you want to be asked. Please don't ask me how it's going. Because you feel that you have to exaggerate it or try to make it sound better than it is in case they say to you, are you crazy? You know, a look can say crazy. Are you kidding me? You gave up all of that to do this? And did you think about this? And did you think about that? Well, yeah, I did, but, you know, and what you don't need is those chapter 20 people coming and saying to you, well, if I were you, I'd rethink all this, because every person that's on chapter 20 needs to remember your chapter 1. And you need to reach back to the chapter 1 people and say to them, I remember my days of small beginnings. I couldn't pay my bills. I had no salary. Nobody believed in me. It was so difficult. We nearly lost the house. We didn't sleep well at night. But I knew that within that something was happening inside me that I didn't want to lose. So I just kept going, and you must keep going. And maybe your greatest word for someone tonight that you text or mail or go and see physically in the room before you leave this building is to say to them, please do not despise this time of your small beginning, because the best is yet to come. Don't quit. Don't give up. Just keep going. Yes. Maybe that'll help someone in your world tonight. You know, the advantages of small beginnings, and God knows this, and we need to find this out. It makes you draw on inner resources because you have no external ones. So you have to go inside yourself to find strength and skill and relentlessness and hope and courage and wisdom, because you just even can't pick up a phone sometimes and ask people. You know, later on, you'll have a network of people in your cell phone that have become associates and friends and encouragers and business associates, if that's your endeavor. But right now, you just wish you had that person's phone number. Right now, you're just struggling. But that inner resource that you are forced to draw upon is what God is after. And so you grow more inside that situation, rather than growing because of it. You kind of grow almost in spite of it. You discover who your real friends are in small beginnings. The people that stand with you in a fragile, difficult time in your life are the people you want to keep in your life long term. Everybody wants to be your friend when you're successful, when you have money and prosperity and success and comfort and influence. Everybody wants to be your friend. The Bible says in Proverbs, you know, many curry favor with a ruler. Everybody wants to hang around the rulers. But when you have nothing and you are not a ruler and you look like a million miles from a ruler, as did Moses and Joseph, it's people that stick with you then that you must try to keep in your life long term. In small beginnings, you become grateful for any help because you're so desperate for help. And in small beginnings, I believe you cultivate gratitude because you are so grateful you don't have the luxury of saying no thank you, or I'm not going to choose that help because there's better available. You don't have the options. And when you're in small beginnings, I believe God teaches you gratefulness in small beginnings because you're just glad of any help at all, as people will be when they hear from you tonight, who you're going to mail and send a word of encouragement to.